Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin, and it's Friday, so that means it's time for the inaugural, the very first Fridays with Fred. So I got this book on sale from the Vogue Knitting website. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's so cute. And I put it in my cart, and then I found a couple other books that I had wanted. I was talking to Brian. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to get the Mr. Rogers book. It's fun, but I don't know. He's like, no, you have to get that book. So we did. And we thought it would be fun to do a series on it and just have, we thought it was fun. I'm the one who knits around here. But Fridays with Fred, Mr. Rogers. This first one, we're just going to talk a little bit about the book. It's called Knitting the Neighborhood. It is the official knitting patterns from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And I believe it's by an editorial board and not a single author. Yeah, there is no author. There's just a bunch of pattern designers. There was an editor, Jacob Seifert. But yeah, there was a bunch of knitters and designers and an entire board. So one thing it does say in here is, it's of course all copyright protected, so I won't be sharing any images of the patterns themselves, but I will be sharing the projects as I work on them. It does have this earmarked that projects knit from patterns in this book are for personal use only and not intended for resale. So there's that. If you are someone who likes to sell your created items, this is explicitly forbids that. So I read the introduction, and there was a discussion in comments on a previous video about who made the sweaters. In the introduction to this book, it says Mr. Rogers' mother. I believe her name was Nancy. Yep, lovingly stitched by his mother, Nancy Rogers. So his mother knit the sweaters that he wore in the show, and they were in fact hand knit. As a child, I didn't pay any attention to that. I just assumed he got them from the JCPenney, as all of my sweaters were gotten. But the book is in multiple sections. Let me get the table of contents. Sweaters, puppets, accessories, toys, and blankets. The sweater section is by far the largest, but there's like 4 puppets, there's 4 accessories, there are 5 toys. I think a puppet and a toy are pretty similar. There are 3 blankets, and in the sweaters there are 8. So what I want to do here is maybe earmark a couple or showcase a couple of patterns that I think might be good starting off points, and then maybe have you guys vote as to which one I start working on. I think the inclination is to do the classic, so symbolic red Mr. Rogers sweater. I mean, everybody knows the red sweater. But I just made this cardigan for myself, and I'm working on a red dinosaur sweater for my son. And I think I'm a little redded out, so I don't think I want to start there. And certainly nothing stops you from making the sweater in any color your heart desires. I just feel like this sweater has to be red. Just my personal feeling is I feel like this sweater, the red sweater, has to be red. So we're not going to start there. And I'm sorry to disappoint anyone who may have hoped that we would do that. But actually, now that I'm looking, maybe he had, I think the second red sweater. Okay, so this red sweater on the cover is the one they're calling the red sweater. But in here, there's one called the Beginnings cardigan with that. That is maybe kind of a deeper, darker red. That's kind of more with the ribbed sleeves, what I think of as Mr. Rogers sweater. But maybe that's because of when I watched Mr. Rogers. Maybe I was in the older generation. You can see in this In the second photo, he has grayer hair. He's clearly an older man by that time. I shan't give away when I was watching it. But yeah, that one. So yeah, let's put that up as a contender for the first project from the book. It's called The Beginnings Cardigan. There are 2 pictures of it, one of Mr. Rogers wearing it, and then the lovely model showing it. Can you get a good look of it? Okay, so The Beginnings Cardigan. It's a sweater, so it will be a bigger project for me. It will be a longer term project, but all of these are going to be longer term projects. I'm not anticipating flying through this in any way, shape, or form. And so let's just maybe nominate one sweater. Oh, there's a baby Rogers sweater. And then there is a very cute onesie. We'll get to it. We're doing the book. But so now let's look at the puppet section. There's a Daniel Tiger, King Friday the 13th. I never realized that was his real name. There is a Queen Sarah and X the Owl. In the Daniel Tiger cartoons, it's O the Owl. Is X the Owl O's father or grandfather? So I think let's talk about, it's a Sherpa yarn. And that, makes sense because of the type of puppet it is. So let's nominate the Daniel Tiger. Oh, that is the wrong picture. Daniel Tiger Sherpa puppet as something to do. Is there a way I can? I don't think I can. It does show a picture of Mr. Rogers holding the Daniel Tiger puppet, but I don't think with how it's positioned on the page I can show it very well. So Daniel Tiger. That would be fun. I mean, I think the kids would get a kick out of that. They do watch Daniel Tiger, the cartoon. So out of the accessories, we have, a beautiful scarf. Oh, that's a lot of colors. Sophie's eating up so many of my scraps. And that looks like it would be a fabulous scrap project. So I think I'm going to hold off on nominating that one until I can replenish my scrap supply a bit. Oh, that's cute. Okay, we'll nominate this one. It's the second accessory. Baby Rogers sneakers. And here it is. It is a classic blue sneaker, kind of knit. Oh, that looks like that would be cute. And let's see, they're using Bernat Softy Baby acrylic. So that's a 3-weight. Not bad. And again, nothing says these have to be blue and white. Although I think kind of the classic Mr. Rogers shoe I think of is his navy, which those have a different term that I had learned about in England, and now I can't remember. This type of shoe, if you're from the UK, what do you call that? I feel like it has a different name than what we would call it in the US. Is that a sand shoe? Is that what a sand shoe is? Let me know. Okay, so then we have the toy section. And let's see. Oh, that's fun. I am rubbish at embroidery, so I don't know if I made this, if the embroidery across the top would happen or not. But I foresee that as being optional in my pattern. We have the neighborhood trolley. Where are you? Are you in the view? There you go. Neighborhood trolley. I mean, who doesn't think of the train and the trolley when you think of Mr. Rogers? So neighborhood trolley, and then there's the blanket section. The second one in there is fish and a food shaker for his fish tank, which is adorable. A little stuff. Oh, mini cardigans for like ornaments. That's cute. Okay, and then the final section in the book is the blanket section. So the first blanket, yeah, let's just do the first blanket. It is, whoa. The way they knit this blanket, this is one expensive blanket, people. They used a bulky 5 in superwash merino wool. Oh my goodness. They used 1,100 gram balls of it. Yikes. I love you, Mr. Rogers. Not gonna happen. So the blanket is going to be Won't You Be My Neighbor blanket. And it is basically a knit blanket, knit in stockinette, but they've used garter stitch for a border and to, I can't think of the word right now, but to write the words, Won't You Be My Neighbor on it in kind of an aligned font. Very cute. That is fun. And being a 5-weight blanket, that would work up pretty quickly. Oh, that is cute. There's a neighborhood trolley baby blanket that has different trolley motifs. Okay, so I'm going to link this book down below just in case you want to give it a try. It is available many, many, many places. I think in the past I have linked the place where I got it from. I have seen it on Amazon. I am sure you can get it from Barnes & Noble or some other bookstore like that. I know somebody had mentioned their local library has it. Remember, that is always an option for projects like this if you want to get your hands on the book. I would love if anybody wanted to go on this journey with me, but I also understand that these are not beginner-friendly patterns in any way. Of the ones I mentioned, I believe the blanket is probably the most beginner-friendly. Like I said, the borders are garter stitch. The bulk of the body appears to be stockinette stitch. Again, garter stitch is when you knit every row. So you use a knit stitch on one row, turn your work, do the knit stitch on the next row, and just keep knitting. Stockinette stitch is where you knit the first row, and then when you turn your work, you do the purl stitch down the row. So all of your top loops are facing one direction. And then on one side, you've got the bumpies, and on the other side, you've got the nice flat V's. And then the letters are raised by using the garter stitch to form the letters. So there's going to be in those charts places where you have to do a purl stitch or a knit stitch at certain locations. I haven't fully read the charts to know off of the top of my head what exactly when they want you to position those. But yes, I am blabbering. I'm going to name these all down below. I think I'll go ahead and put a poll up on my community tab and a poll up in my Facebook group so people can vote that way. We'll gather some votes. I'll come back next week and we will plan which one has been chosen. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I hope this is something that interests you. It sure interests me. And you know what? I was going to save this, but I think I'm going to need a bookmark. On Instagram, for some reason, I started getting ads, or not ads, they're posts, but I started getting a lot of posts from this designer, Emily Cromwell Designs, and she makes adorable bookmarks and stickers and like notepads and planners and all sorts of things. But I mean, look at that. Happy things are inside. And she was offering a mystery bag of her bookmarks. And I thought, what a fun way to get entry into her designs. So I got the 30 bookmark bundle, and you could choose between matte or laminated. I chose matte. And then I also got a notepad and I think a little post-it pad just to see what they were like. So it looks like you get just kind of an advertising bookmark, which is very clever. Oh, you get a nice thank you note. Hi there. And she writes your name on it and gives you a 10% discount code on your next order. That's nice. And then I got, oh, this is adorable, a post-it notepad. That is cute. That's lovely. And then a little notepad with a kitty cat on the moon. She had a number of designs that were in honor of her kitty cat that had passed a couple of years ago. I believe she said it was from renal failure, which is also kind of the origin story of Krafting Kitty. The kitty that Brian and I had at the time when I launched my Etsy store, where I took the name Krafting Kitty from, because I had all of the socials for it. So I had the email address, I had all of that. I was like, yes, let's just keep being Krafting Kitty. I started that store back in 2000. It was either 2010 or 2011. I started that on Etsy selling handmade cat toys, hand knit cat toys. Then when I decided I wanted to do this, I was like, well, yes, let's just bring Krafting Kitty back. But the kitty in question was our cat, who had diabetes and all sorts of kidney issues and other issues that go along with cats having diabetes. We were able to treat him for, I think we got another 4 years with treatment. It was 3 to 4 years, and then he did end up passing from renal failure in the end. But I digress. So that, of course, reading that story touched my heart, and that's where that pattern came from. And let's just go in here and grab, like I said, I got the 30 bookmark stack. Oh, these are adorable. They're very thick, very well made. On very nice cardstock. A blue whale. Oh, some lovely clouds and moons. One that says summertime. Summertime. And then we've got owls. That is so cute. She said it'd be random and you should get all unique ones. The pumpkins on kind of a gingham. Go to the beach, read books, love life. That's right. Take your crochet or knitting with you too. I do think there is quite an overlap, as there's an overlap between the crafting channels and the homesteading channels. I think there's a lot of overlap between the crafting channels and the book channels. Oh, my nose is in a book, but my head is in the stars. I love that one. That is very cool. Oh, okay. So this is kind of a wintry one with some snowmen and some penguins. That is so cute. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of these. You are going to see these popping up from time to time in some things. I'm going to take the whale and use it as the bookmark for my Mr. Rogers Neighborhood book. So yeah, if you are interested in these bookmarks or the crafting, the notepads or anything like that, like I said, she had like journals and planners and things like that as well. A lot of the journals were sold out at the time. I think she was mentioning she was doing a store restock. Definitely go check her out. She has her own website, and that's where I got it from. I will link that down below as well. And I will see you guys later. Brian and I will be on tonight with a poor decisions with Brian. See what sort of shenanigans we get up to. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.